Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I've been doing a bit of a serial killer movie marathon, and I'm up to Jeffrey Dahmer. I did 3 films, and we're up to the last one, which was the most recent one that I know of, that got a fair amount of attention. It got a fairly decent release. It was called My Friend Dahmer, and it was based on a comic that was written by a guy that went to school with Jeffrey Dahmer. They were in high school together. They had a weird group where they sort of treated him as like a mascot and a celebrity. It was like the Jeffrey Dahmer fan club because he was so weird that they had fun getting him to do things and performing for them, which he did because he couldn't connect with people and couldn't fit in. He didn't want to. And for a while he was a part of this group and they liked him because he was odd and weird and non-conventional, and these kids were behind getting him to pose in all the groups in the yearbook, even though he wasn't in any of them, just to prank them and stuff like that. And the actor playing him is amazing because it's a more sympathetic portrayal of him because you're seeing him when he's a kid and he's struggling with parents who have a bad relationship, a mother who is mentally ill, and you see him struggling as a teenager and doing all these things to get attention and to get people's approval. And it's sad. The film basically ends with him becoming the killer that we know in popular culture. But most part of the film, we're basically dealing with him when he was younger, and he was struggling to make sense of the world, make sense of himself, and ultimately he came to some conclusions that motivated him to become the person that he was. So it's well shot. It's done in widescreen. The other ones were done direct to video, so it's kind of funny to go from full frame TV to widescreen again. But it's very well shot. It looks very professional. Looks very expensive, not expensive, but it doesn't look like a cheap straight to video sort of film. And I just remember getting kind of excited about it at the time. A little disappointed that they were only going to deal with his teenage years, but I sort of wanted to see that side of things because I had heard about these other people he was friends with, and there's not much else to say about it. It's just really good. All the portrayals are good. Anne H plays his mother, and she's just disturbing as hell. The parents really have a lot to blame in what happened to Jeffrey in a way. They really neglected him. The mother was mentally ill and just ran off basically with her son, which seems to be her other son, which seems to be the only one she cared about. The father was left, and they just left Jeffrey alone with his issues, and he ends up inviting a guy over and beating him in the head with a dumbbell and killing him. And that was sort of his first kill. He sort of started fairly young and then didn't do anything for a while, and then once he got to the city and he sort of found there were a lot of people who were available and he had opportunities, that's when he started to kill people again. This film, like I said, mostly deals with when he was a teenager, and it's a fairly sympathetic portrayal. Like, you see what he's trying to do and you understand, and you sort of can see how this guy grew into be a monster, but there does seem to be a disconnect between this person that we see, this nerd that is sort of making a joke out of himself to kind of fit in and get attention. I'm just glad they made it, because usually they just want to deal with the murders, and they try and sort of explain Jeffrey, maybe get some flashbacks, but in this case we sort of, we're going back to actually see what happened and so forth. But I've been talking for 3 minutes, nearly 4 minutes. I'm really tired. I can't think of anything else. It just is kind of perfect. You sort of just see him failing over and over again to connect to people and just do really weird and strange things. And yeah, it's just good production. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. My eyes are basically falling. I'm so tired. But I just want to talk about this because I kind of got excited because I hadn't watched any of these films for a while, and they're fascinating takes on the characters, and they focus on different areas, but they also have inconsistencies, and it's sort of interesting to try and work out what is accurate, things like that. So it's just a good film. It's like I said, it's harder to criticize something that you like, harder to talk about something that you like than it is to criticize something you have a problem with. It's just saying, yeah, it was great, I enjoyed it, everything worked. It sort of really everything managed to come together perfectly. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to buy it and enjoy it. But wow, it's nearly 5 minutes. I really need to stop talking. But I'm interested in this and I want to talk about it. But and I watched a lot of documentaries, I had a lot of information about it, a lot of knowledge of the cases I was looking at, but there's still things that I wasn't aware of, and also different portrayals of things, different from what they are, I guess, to protect him. But I really need to go. I'm so tired, my eyes are closing. But yeah, I kind of hope they do another film that really tries to do both, deal with his teenage years and how he became what he was, and then focus on what he did when he was that person. I think that would be more interesting. But maybe we'll see it in a miniseries. I mean, we did get a real look at his crimes and his victims in the last Netflix series. But yeah, so maybe we'll get something different next. I don't know. But I'm going to go. Bye.